There comes a time in every person's life when being average becomes unbearable. You look around and you see people with less talent or fewer resources surpassing you, succeeding where you haven't. This realization hits hard. Maybe it's after a series of failures, or when you've reached a point where your loved ones can no longer support you. It is during these moments, when the weight of mediocrity becomes too much to bear, that something snaps. You decide that you can no longer live this way, that it's time to rise up and show the world what you're capable of. The potential to do something great has always been within you. It's there, waiting for you to embrace it, even though the thought of unwrapping this gift brings fear. Fear of failure, fear of the pain and sacrifice it will take. But there comes a breaking point, often triggered by a painful experience, when you realize that you simply cannot continue to settle for less. You make a vow to yourself that you will never be in this situation again, and from that moment, you begin the journey. No matter how many times life knocks you down, you keep getting back up, pushing forward with the determination of a wild spirit unleashed. The truth is, everyone who has achieved greatness started from the same place as you. They were not inherently more talented or blessed with better opportunities. The difference was their belief in themselves and their relentless effort to work harder than anyone else in the room. They embraced the setbacks, got knocked down more times than they could count, but kept getting back up. It wasn't about genetics or natural talent. It was about perseverance, about refusing to give in to the temptation of being average. Being average isn't an option once you have tasted the sweetness of success. There is something about putting in the hard work, sacrificing your comfort, and achieving something extraordinary that leaves a permanent mark on you. Once you have felt the euphoria of success, whether it's hitting a home run, landing a big deal, or reaching a personal milestone, you can't go back to a life of mediocrity. The pain of pushing yourself beyond your limits is a small price to pay for the rewards that come with it. The potential is within you, and it always has been. From this day forward, mediocrity is not an option. Give 110% in everything you do, and take pride in the effort you put in. A solid day's work, that is what will bring you peace. If you don't give your all, you will be haunted by the knowledge of what could have been. The regret of not having pursued your dreams. Regret is the worst kind of burden, far heavier than any physical pain you could endure in the gym, at work, or in pursuit of your goals. The past doesn't matter. What matters is what you do today. The choice is yours. Engage fully and commit, or remain in the comfort of being average. But remember, there is no half-hearted commitment. It's all or nothing. You need to believe in your potential and refuse to accept anything less. There are two kinds of pain. The pain that breaks you and the pain that changes you. The pain of transformation is the pain of growth, of progress. The pain that destroys you is the regret you feel later in life when you realize that you could have been more. But you let the opportunity slip away. Own your life. Take full responsibility for everything attached to your name, whether it's your work, relationships, or personal growth. Your name is your identity, and it should mean more to you than anything else. The pain of hard work and sacrifice is the pain of success. It's lonely because very few people are willing to make the down payment required for a better future. Many will love you for your success, but even more will resent you because your achievements highlight their missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. Success shines a spotlight on those who didn't have the courage to pursue their dreams. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey. Every successful person has failed countless times, but the difference between winners and losers is that winners keep going. They get back up after every fall, learn from their mistakes, and push forward. Adversity is what reveals character. Champions aren't made when they stand on the podium. They are forged in the hours of hard work, in the solitude of training when no one is watching. It's what you do when no one else is around that defines your character and ultimately shapes your success. Life will never present you with perfect conditions to begin your journey. There will always be challenges, whether it's the scorching heat of a training day or the burdens of everyday responsibilities. But if you can see beyond the discomfort of today and focus on what you want to become, you're already on the right path. Most people quit because they focus on how far they still have to go, without realizing how far they have already come. Don't let temporary obstacles deter you from your long-term vision. The challenges you face, the obstacles that seem insurmountable, are merely tests to see if you are ready for greatness. With great success comes great responsibility, and not everyone is strong enough to endure the scrutiny, the criticism, and the expectations that accompany it. You need to be mentally strong, not just physically capable. When everything seems to be going wrong, it is often the universe preparing you for the great things you are about to achieve. Commitment is about believing in yourself when no one else does. The weak are committed only when circumstances are favorable, but true strength lies in unwavering belief even when the odds are against you. If you rely on others for validation, you are setting yourself up for failure. You have to trust yourself, bet on yourself, and take ownership of your journey. If you want to avoid criticism, then do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. But if you want to make something of yourself, you will have to endure the attention, both positive and negative. People may try to bring you down, but that's only because your success reminds them of their failures. So thank them. Their negativity is proof that you are doing something worthwhile. True success is the result of countless hours of dedication, perseverance, and sacrifice. The moments when no one is watching, when you push yourself beyond what you thought was possible. That's where champions are made. Champions are forged in those early mornings and late nights, in those moments when quitting seems easier than continuing. It is during these times, when no one else is watching, that true character is built. Champions are those who keep going even when the applause fades, when the recognition is gone, and when the excitement of the goal has worn off. They understand that the journey is not about the accolades, but about the transformation that happens along the way. When you face hardships, remember that they are a necessary part of the process. Hardships test your resolve, they test your commitment, and they test how much you want the end goal. These challenges separate those who merely dream from those who do. The ones who push through, who refuse to let obstacles define them, are the ones who reach greatness. The challenges are not meant to break you, but to build you into the person who is capable of achieving your dreams. No one is immune to failure. It will happen. But every failure is a lesson, and every setback is a setup for a comeback. The only way to truly fail is to give up. As long as you keep going, as long as you refuse to quit, you are still in the game. You may fall down 7 times, but you get up 8. Each time you rise after a fall, you grow stronger, more resilient, and more determined. Failure is not the end. It is simply a part of the journey that molds you into the person you are meant to become. There will be days when you feel like you are making no progress, when every step forward feels like a battle. These are the days that count the most. It is easy to show up and give your all when things are going well, but it takes true strength to keep going when everything seems to be against you. These difficult days are where the real growth happens. They are the days that will define you, that will separate you from those who give up. The journey to success is long, and it is often filled with moments of doubt. You may wonder if all the sacrifice is worth it, if the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and the constant effort will ever pay off. In these moments, remember why you started. Remember the fire that pushed you to begin this journey. Hold on to that vision of who you want to become and let it guide you through the tough times. The pain of discipline, the pain of hard work, is temporary, but the rewards of perseverance last a lifetime. There is no greater feeling than knowing you gave your all. The satisfaction that comes from knowing you did everything in your power to achieve your goals is unmatched. It is a feeling that cannot be bought, only earned. When you give your best effort, regardless of the outcome, you can hold your head high knowing that you did not settle for less. You pushed yourself beyond what you thought was possible, and in doing so, you became the best version of yourself. True greatness is not about the trophies or the recognition. It is about the person you become in the process. It is about the courage to face your fears, the strength to keep going when everything seems to be against you, and the resilience to rise after every fall. Greatness is not reserved for the select few. It is available to anyone who is willing to put in the work, to endure the sacrifices, and to commit to the journey without reservation. In the end, the journey to success is not about the destination, but about the transformation that happens along the way. It is about the lessons learned, the strength gained, and the person you become. The journey is what makes the destination worthwhile. Every sacrifice, every struggle, every setback is a stepping stone on the path to greatness. Embrace the journey, embrace the challenges, and embrace the person you are becoming. In the end, the journey to becoming the hardest worker in the room is not about perfection. It is about perseverance, resilience, and the willingness to rise after every fall. The pain you endure today is the foundation for the greatness you will achieve tomorrow. Life will test you, obstacles will come, and people will doubt you, but none of that matters if you have faith in yourself. The road to success is lonely, filled with sacrifices that most people are not willing to make, but the reward is a life without regret, a life where you know you gave everything you had. Remember, the only person you are truly competing against is yourself. Every day, strive to be better than you were yesterday. Work harder, believe more deeply, and never settle for mediocrity. Embrace the journey, own your life, and make a commitment to being the hardest worker in the room. The pain of discipline and effort is far less burdensome than the pain of regret. Choose wisely and live a life that leaves no room for what-ifs. Greatness is within your reach, but it will not be handed to you. You have to fight for it, work for it, and be willing to sacrifice for it. The journey will not be easy, but it will be worth it. When you look back on your life, make sure you can do so without regret. Make sure you can say that you gave everything you had, that you did not settle, and that you became the person you were meant to be. The choice is yours. Embrace the journey, commit to being the hardest worker in the room, and live a life of no regrets.